Welcome back to the show. We got a great one lined up for you today. Ripple and UST bills and so much more. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show. You can follow us on Twitter, YouTube, and digperspectives.com for exclusive content right now. $2.42 trillion market cap for cryptocurrency. The market is off 2.9%. 64,400 plus for Bitcoin, 3,100 plus for Ethereum, $114 billion plus market cap for Tether, and XRP at the number 6 spot is 60 cents. We are off by 6.5 on the 24, but we're up 0.6 on the 7-day. USDC looking at a $33 billion market cap plus, and I say this just as a reminder here. Ethereum just under $400 billion market cap, XRP at $34 billion. Remember, both of these networks are about to be introduced to the real US dollar stablecoin from Ripple. Ranging between 60 and 65 cents, XRP is now acting like it wants to turn around and head the right way. And we appreciate that, XRP. Keep going. The little engine that could. We know you got it in you. I want to celebrate this right here. This is a collaboration between Jason Cousins from GlintPay, which if you haven't checked out gold, spend it as money on your MasterCard debit card. Click the link underneath the video. My goodness, it's amazing. And if you haven't checked out Miles Franklin's Precious Metals, invest in precious metals and get your investments for hard physical gold in your hands at your house. You can do it through Andy Scheckman at Miles Franklin. And I have the link for that underneath the video. Email them and put Dig Gold in the subject box. Tell them you want the special pricing list. Oh, yeah. Only you get it if you put Dig Gold in the subject box. So make sure you do that. And shout out to them for the collaboration that they're working on. Let's take a quick listen. Oh, well, this is a promo, and there might be some copyright stuff in it. I got to be careful of the music behind it. But nevertheless, super happy about them. And watch out. We'll be having those guys on the show very soon. And then listen to this. Speaking of very big deal, here's a big deal why you might want to be getting that gold very soon. Whether it's glint or physical gold in your hands, from Miles Franklin. Look, this is very real. Today is the first day that Kentucky has removed taxes on gold and silver. And there are probably about 24, 25 other states right now in the process of doing the same thing. Again, you can get gold at milesfranklin.com. I'm showing you. This is before it all starts to take off, whether it's gold bars or coins or platinum, silver, palladium, all of it. You get the same special pricing list when you put Dig Gold in the subject box because they just removed taxes on gold and silver in Kentucky. I'm sure you can imagine and carry the one from there. Meanwhile, Senator Roger Marshall, who just turned his vote around and said, I'm no longer voting for the anti-crypto army, is also saying, I'm launching a full investigation into Google's censorship and bias that is constricting the free flow of information. Google is the largest search engine operator in the world, has become a propaganda wing of the left. No more hiding behind your algorithm. Your time is up. Well, let's see it happen. And more importantly, how about we just have someone like Elon release a search engine and have it be unbiased and not blocking the free flow of information, and just let the open free market, and people will desire that more than the largest search engine, and that will force the largest search engine to offer the same unbiased restrictions. Just saying. Just saying. And isn't this something? What a beautiful point pointed out here by Egg Rag Crypto, who is an official OG of this channel. Bitcoin Maxi is now talking about a 24 and 50 plus $million Bitcoin per Bitcoin in the future. And they say that the XRP army is crazy for projecting 3, 4, and 5 digits. And they do say we're crazy. They call XRP a crap coin, right? Boy, are they going to be very, very, heartbroken when they really understand. Look, I want all boats to rise, and it looks like in this instance, no matter what we understand about Bitcoin and its old framework of how it is mined, right? You don't need to do proof of work for all these other incredible technologies out here. Look, I have exposure to Bitcoin. You guys know this, and I have exposure because the largest players in the world have exposure. That's how I'm doing it. I'm not telling you what to do. But nevertheless, if they decide to use Bitcoin as fractional reserves asset behind the Fed, along with other things, as gold is right now and other hard assets, well, then I see in my mind that they're showing us just how big this is going to be, this transition, and just how they're throwing everything, including the kitchen sink, a la Bitcoin, at the problem because they're scared of how bad it will be. And I get it. And it starts to lend to yourself, why has it always been 21 million Bitcoin total? Well, if they decide to use it as a reserve asset at the Fed, it will tell me very quickly they wanted a small total circulating supply so they could drive it in a libertarian movement and get the adoption and prime the pump on it. And then have that decentralized point of view of that libertarian movement be embraced around the world. And then from there, they could use it as a financial band-aid when we have a correction in the stock market. And if they use it as a reserve asset, they'll further use it as a band-aid to backstop some of these hyperinflated notes, known as Federal Reserve notes coming home. Keep an eye on it, right? But I think it's funny that, no one's telling the Bitcoin maxis they're not allowed to talk about a $24 million Bitcoin, right? BlackRock CIO Samara Cohen emphasizes that there won't be Solana ETF in the near term. It's about meeting the bar. And by the way, real quick, and I won't tell Bitcoin maxis they can't talk about a $24 million Bitcoin because I don't think it's out of the question, especially if it becomes a reserve asset. Sky's the limit. There's only 21 million of them. But there's no mistake to me as to who created this thing, and it's a three-letter agency. Listen to what BlackRock's saying.
And I am curious, you've got Bitcoin, you've got Ether, you're leading the market there. Are you done? Are we going to see a BlackRock Solana ETF, for example? What's next?
Not in the near term. So we really look at the investability to see what meets the criteria, what meets the bar to be delivered in an ETF. And for us right now, both between investability considerations and also what we hear from our clients, Bitcoin and ETH definitely meet that bar. I think it will be a while before we see anything else.
And
there you have it right there. And 2 seconds here. There we go. All right, so they're nothing for right now, right? However, Bank of England and the BIS unveil Project PIX trial for stablecoin monitoring. And you go down into this article a little bit. This is why we read them for you. The Bank of International Settlements and the Bank of England have released the results of their Project PIX trial to monitor the reserve assets backed by reserve asset backed stablecoins and tokenized assets. PIX trial is described as a proof of concept and an important first step. It goes on to say it's not ready for launch at this point, but they're working on it. But it's coming. And that's the BIS and the Bank of England. I want to remind you right here, 2024 and beyond, Bank of England officially says right here that the project includes Ripple for cross-border payments. So now we got the BIS, the Bank of England. Now we got the BIS, the Bank of England, and Ripple. And we already know that Ripple is on the task force for cross-border payments with the BIS as well. Come on in. Yeah, things are coming together nicely, ladies and gentlemen. We know this too.
Out, you're seeing countries experiment and test. Ripple has partnered with several central banks around the world. Some we've announced, some we haven't yet announced, that they're issuing and testing using the XRP ledger to issue their digital assets on the XRP ledger as a token. So we're excited to be working with them. And look, at our core, Ripple's really good at working with enterprise customers. A government is just a big enterprise customer. We know how to sell to.
That's an interesting notion.
I mean, in some ways, it's just a really big enterprise customer, and we're pretty good at that now because we've had a lot of experience with it and worked with some of the largest banks in the world.
And there you have it right there. And look, with that being said, here's a reminder from Ripple, James Selleck, who says he's looking forward to helping the CEO of the U.S. Faster Payments Council, Reed Luthinen, and team. Look at it. I'm pleased to be appointed to the board advisory group of the Faster Payments Council. I'm looking forward to helping Reed Luthinen, I don't know how to say it. I hope that's it. And a team advance the cause for the world-class instant payment solution that are accessible. How about that? Customer service at Ripple, James Selleck. You know, this is what's coming, ladies and gentlemen. And what do we know here? Blockstars, Stablecoin, getting ready to be released. Take a listen. David Schwartz and Monica Long.
So how would you say the stablecoin fits in with the cross-border payments vision and the digital asset vision?
Yeah, so for our payments customers, we've supported various tokens in the payment flow. Of course, XRP as a bridge asset, and that position for XRP doesn't change in our view, especially as more and more types of assets get tokenized on blockchains, and there's a need for efficient liquidity between, what will increasingly become a longer and longer tail of different types of assets. Even amongst the currencies, there'll be different issuers of different currencies. And the more that transactions happen, especially right on ledger with the decentralized exchange, there'll be more and more demand for XRP as a bridge asset. That will continue. But for stablecoins, there's different use cases where, for example, a beneficiary might be in a market where they would prefer to receive payment in a US dollar stablecoin than in their local currency. These are markets with very volatile domestic currencies. So that's for like one example where we see more of a need for it. And I would say too that the other kind of broad use case we see is that there's more and more interest in the network of off-ramps that we've built over the years. So through our payments network, we can support off-ramping into 70 different countries and currencies. And so even for crypto native players that maybe they are dealing in DeFi, a DeFi application, there's this use case to off-ramp into a local market.
So how would you say?
And there you have it. And you know what? Speaking of which, take a look at this. Breaking U.S. Treasury bill market size $27 trillion. XRP were to capture the entire market cap of $27 trillion of the U.S. Treasury bill market. The price of XRP would be $482.48. Well, why am I telling you that? I'm telling you that because Open Eden just introduced tokenized U.S. Treasury bills onto the XRP ledger, baby. Yeah. We heard about it before, but this from RippleX News Alert. Tokenization platform Open Eden Labs is bringing tokenized U.S. Treasury bills, T-bills, to the XRP ledger. What's more, Ripple is creating a fund to invest in tokenized T-bills and will allocate $10 million to Open Eden's T-bill tokens as a part of it. Take a listen to the gentleman from Open Eden right now. And shout out to Subjective Views. Give them a follow.
Hi, good morning. I'm Jeremy, co-founder of Open Eden. Thank you for having me here. So I started my crypto journey back in 2020 when I started Gemini Crypto Exchange in Asia, out of Singapore for the Winklevoss twins. And prior to that, I spent 20 years in investment banking. I was running Goldman Sachs cross-asset derivative business in Hong Kong and Singapore. So after 2 years building up Gemini, me and my co-founder, where we worked together in Gemini, decided that we wanted to come out and build something that can connect our investment banking past with DeFi to bring financial assets on-chain and creating utility, composability, and access for the crypto communities. So today, Open Eden, a flagship product, is a tokenized, short-dated treasury bill fund. We call it T-bill, TBILL is a token. Investors can go onto our dApp, connect their wallet, deposit USDC, and instantly mint T-bill token 24/7, 365. And knowing fully that the issuing structure The legal structuring of it is fully regulatory compliant because the token issuer is a regulated fund vehicle that is set up and managed by a Singapore regulated fund management company that is owned by Open Eden.
So, and a larger point to all of this is what we're watching is real-world asset tokenization begin to explode on the XRP ledger. And let me tell you something. Treasuries, T-bills, notes, that's the debt of the country. And you're watching it begin to be tokenized on the XRP ledger. It's not too late to join the wagon, says Mikey Bull. Optimal targets for this cycle range are $2.50 to $3.50. Meanwhile, long-term targets range from $25 upward. How about that one? He said this chart is looking crazily primed right here to rip upwards. And I like that 0.618. I love that $25 range there. I don't have a problem with that. Look, we don't know what will happen. It's not financial advice from him, me, or anyone else. I want to remind everybody what Eggrad Crypto has reminded all of us. Let's get above that 70, 75 cent range, and all of these price targets here become a solid conversation. That'll do it for me. Not financial advice from me or anyone else. It's just my digital perspectives. You can join us in the Freedom Zone for next to nothing, or you could join the DPMG because that window is open, but it's only for a short period of time, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to join, you better come on in. This is a great place. I know your life is busy. You can't keep up with everything, but if you want portfolio creation, groups, courses, and lessons to gap fill your knowledge, investor checklist, which you should have, we got all these tools in there for you, along with a private weekly live stream and an incredible community that truly makes us a mastermind. The resources of these brilliant people cannot be matched. I can guarantee you that. And you know what? This is the time when real wealth is made. Take advantage of this moment in this down market right now and get a plan together and get yourself surrounded with people that want to be successful just like you do. Maintain, grow, protect their wealth. We're learning how to do all of that inside of here, and it is a remarkable opportunity, but this window is closing. I can guarantee you that. I don't like the group to get but so big. And if you join the DPMG, you get the Freedom Zone for free. That's going to do it for me. I'll catch all of you on the next one.